Hey guys, we're gonna do some wrist prep and shoulder prep, kind of looking at getting you ready for handstands. Alex is gonna help me out today. Yeah, super simple drills that you can kind of throw in every day, but right before your handstand practice, it's gonna give you quite a bit of a benefit, a lot easier than just kind of like hopping up and seeing what happens. A little preparation. So first off, we're going to start off with the wrists. So since we're going to be kind of loading those wrists with basically our entire body weight, I'm going to make sure that I have this range of motion where the wrist can kind of flex back. And also, since most of my control is going to be kind of coming from the hand, I'm also going to try to build some strength in that range as well. So real basic setup is I'll get you to go basically kind of like a tabletop position. So hands right underneath the shoulders. Yeah, perfect. And so we're gonna spread the fingers nice and wide. And I want you to think about gluing this first row of knuckles into the ground. So those are gonna stay. And then what I want you to do is try to raise both palms at the same time. So we're just gonna raise them up so we can straighten them. And then I'm just gonna control it back down. Yeah. So the goal here is to make both happen at the same time. Sometimes I'll have one kind of real strong side and you'll see people kind of pop one up and then the other. So as long as both are kind of moving at the same rate, and then when we get to the top position, that both basically have that same range of motion. So say you couldn't do that, what I would do is just get you to take your knees a little bit closer to the hands, kind of unweight the hands a little bit, and then first work on the range of motion. Kind of get through there. So that looks pretty good. So what we can do to make it harder is just take the knees back the other way. So you'll start to walk the knees, away. Perfect. And from there, just think about taking your shoulder line forward a little bit. Yeah, so that's gonna keep that same angle on the wrist now. It's gonna load it up a little bit more, but you'll try to go for the same thing. Great, nice. And it's pretty surprising. You see it doesn't look like much, and then you go to try it, and yeah.
It's hard.
Great, sweet. So yeah, making sure that those wrists can take the weight and have that necessary range of motion is a huge thing. So you can kind of look back at, say, if we did like a squat, we always kind of start people from the ground up, look at their ankle kind of dorsiflexion and kind of what happens if we don't own that already, what happens at the knees and hips. Same thing's going to kind of apply. If the wrists can't get that angle, then I'm going to have to compensate somehow in my handstand line. Cool. So second thing I always look at is that shoulder range of motion, so that ability to get the shoulder flexion and get into a nice overhead position. If not, what ends up happening is normally we'll kind of compensate. You'll see those ribs pop up and you'll get that kind of funky banana handstand thing. So a little bit of a different take on a dislocate. Everyone's done dislocate before. Grab a dowel, nice and wide with the grip, and you're just passing that dowel through to the low back. But what we're going to do instead is I'm going to get you to lay face down on the floor. And then from here, I want you to kind of establish that hollow body line. So you're going to squeeze the legs together, point the toes. You're going to think about squeezing your butt and kind of tucking your hips underneath, towards the ground. So from the side here, I can see that Alex has this nice little hollow under her belly now too. Yeah, let's go to the side. Sweet. So that's the position you're going to try to hold and maintain. From here, you're gonna go, okay, so we're overhead with the dowel. Now all I want you to do is think about doing that dislocate, same as you would standing up, but now you're locked into the hollow body position. So we're really isolating the strength and the mobility in the shoulders. Yeah, perfect. So you can feel it's a little bit different, eh? So when you come back to this position and you kind of relax at the shoulders, what tends to happen too is you'll get a relaxation down here at the hips as well. So what we're also doing is trying to kind of dissociate what you're doing here at the shoulders with the hips. Always being able to lock in that hollow body line, no matter what kind of adjustments you're doing at the shoulders. Cool. That's a couple things you guys can do before your handstand practice.